leadoff here for the Marlins is Suzuki batting 239 with 2 homers and 4 RBI. This is Viola's fourth appearance. He's 1-0 on his 4 starts with a 3.13 ERA. And here's the pitch to Ichiro. And that is well hit. Let's see where this one goes, my friend. And that ball is driven into the gap out in left center field. Bostock can't get to it. Neither can Puckett, and that ball's off the wall rolling around, and Suzuki with his speed's going to have himself a triple, folks. So right away, runner down at third, nobody out. Twins will play back, don't want to make this a ridiculous inning. Now you got Bradley up batting 185, no homers and 2 RBIs with the speedy Suzuki down at third. And that's going to be a 40. The team be a 10, 13, 33, 5, 10, 24, and a 2. And that'll be a rare play. We'll have to re-roll the dice on a 40 and a runner down at third. And a 66 and a 40. That'll be hit out the left field. Bostock's out there. 23 and a 2 should be fielding column 1. That ain't good. Get rid of this here. Yeah. That would do. Go to the box score once. See, nope, it keeps it on there. We're going to have to save and close it out here. Sorry about this. I don't want those. Okay, it's still there. So close this out real quick. And then we'll come back to the game. Sorry about this. Now we're get back to the game here. So you got the runner down at third. We rolled a 24, and that should be a 24 and a 2. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to shallow left field. And Suzuki's going to have to stay put. That'll be out number 1. So 1 down, runner still down at third with that leadoff triple. And up to the plate now is Alex Rodriguez. And Rodriguez is batting 185 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty. Be a 14 and a 10. That's going to be a single in the right field. Alex comes through with a RBI single, and it's a 1-0 Seattle lead. A runner down at first now, 1 out, and Edgar Martinez is at the plate. Martinez is batting 196 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this, and all of a sudden, Frank Viola, just like his teammate in the first inning of the last game, is getting lit up here. And that's going to be a double. out in the right field. Nope, that's going to be a double in the left field. Turns on that, drives out in the left field. And Rodriguez is probably going to have to stop at third. Yep, he's going to stop at third, so that's a double. And the left, and there's one out, and now there's Boone up, and they are going to play in now. They don't want the crooked number to show up, so they're going to play in. Boone is batting .370, off to a great start this year with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And let's see here. I have to re-roll the dice. 2. And that's going to be a 38. And again, I don't think Rodriguez is going to be able to score here. Who's up next? Griffey. I don't think they're going to chance it, that's for sure. 22. He's going to stay put. That's another fly ball out the left. Now you got Griffey up. Can Griffey do something? So you got second and third. 2 down now. 1 run is already in. Can they bust this game open here with Griffey up? And that's going to be a base on balls. So that fills the bases. He walks Griffey. And now it's going to be up to Richie Sexton. Nowhere to put him. All the ducks are on the pond here. Rodriguez at third, Martinez at second, Griffey at first. Great speed everywhere you look on the bases. And Richie Sexton, he's batting .240 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And he hit that homer in the last game. Is he starting to heat up? And he is, because that ball is high, that ball is far, and that ball is gone. Kiss it goodbye. A grand slam by Richie Sexton. And it is a 5-0 ball game before these fans can even settle in here in Minnesota. Frankfurt is getting lit up. That brings up Dave Vale, and Vale is batting .037. He has a 1 for 27 with no RBIs. Bases are empty. Nobody. Two outs. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. And that'll end the inning. But the big grand slam by Richie Sexton makes it a 5-0 lead going into the bottom of the first. Knobloch, Carew, and Puckett due up. Knobloch is batting .172 with 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And IWAKUMA gets to start this game off with a 5-0 lead. This is his 4th start of the year. He's 1-2 with a 7.36 ERA. See how he does with a 5-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Knobloch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Suzuki in right field. And that'll be 1 down. And now you got Carew up, batting .274 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. You don't want to start doing that with a 5-run lead. So Carew's down at first, and now Kirby Puckett's up. And Puckett's batting .270. He also has 2 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's a tailor-made double play. That ball is hit down to Boone. He fires over to second. Over to first, 4-6-3 double play. That ends the inning. We go to the top of the second with a 5-0 Seattle lead. And IWAKUMA will lead it off, followed by Suzuki and then Bradley. And IWAKUMA is 0 for 5 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Frank's second strikeout of the game. And Suzuki's up. He started this game off with a triple and came around to score. And here's the pitch to Suzuki. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Carew. He calls Frank off, takes it himself. And there's quickly 2 outs. And now Bradley comes up. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be another out. That's a fly ball to center. 1-2-3 this inning. What a difference an inning makes. Viola sets them down in order. We get to the bottom of the second with Joe due up, followed by Killer Brew and Oliva. See the team comparisons. Seattle batting 200 with a 277 on base percentage, slugging 354 with an OPS of 631, and they are 6-10. And the Twins are 8-7, batting 237, a 307 on base percentage, slugging 406 with a 713 OPS. Here's the pitch to Joe, and that's going to be a rare play. 55 and a 36. And that's going to be hit down the short to Rodriguez. And that's going to be a nice play by Rodriguez. Fields that one cleanly, fires over the first, and there's one down. And up to the plate now is Killer Brew. And Killer Brew is batting 214 and 6 homers and 11 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Killer Brew. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Rodriguez. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the second. And Oliva comes up. And Tony's batting 312, off to a nice start with 3 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Boone. That's a 1-2-3 second. To the top of the third we go. We've got Rodriguez due up. Will be followed by Martinez and Boone, the 3-4-5 hitters. And Alex with an RBI single his first time up. Came around to score on that grand slam. He swings and misses. So Frank has settled down after that rough first inning. Now Martinez is up 1-1. He doubled and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to third. And that's going to be an E5 on Killer Brew. He couldn't make the play. Martinez is safe at first. And Boone's up. And Boone's 0-for-1. He flew out his first time up. Here's the pitch to Brett. That's going to be against the lefty. And that is going to be a base hit and a line drive base hit. And that'll make it first and second now. Still only 1 out. And you got Martinez down at second, Boone at first, and Griffey's up. Griffey, he walked and came around to score his first time up. And he's not walking this time, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is way over the garbage bags, and that's going to be a homer. And this game is out of control. It is now 8-0. 8-0 Mariners. Frank is lit up. An 8-0 game. They go out and talk to him, get the bullpen up. Doug Corbett's up and throwing out in the bullpen. So Corbett's up. Richie Sexton, who hit a grand slam homer his first time up. 1 out, nobody on, and an 8-0 ball game. And that's going to be a ground ball. They can't do nothing right here today, folks. That is a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be an E4. And another runner aboard here. Frank, he can't bind out. His defense is letting him down. He's giving up go for balls. And Dave Vale is 0-for-1, struck out his first time up. That's going to be 11, 9. That it just keeps compounding. Another base hit in the left field. Now you got first and second. And with an 8-0 lead, they're going to let IWAKUMA swing away. No bunting here, folks. He is 0-for-1, struck out his first time up. And that's a swing and a miss. Viola gets the strikeout. Now there's finally 2 outs. And Suzuki's up. He's 1 for 2 with that leadoff triple to start this game with. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Killebrew fires over to first, and that'll end the inning. But 3 more runs on the 3-run homer makes it 8-0 Seattle. So we go to the bottom of the third. Bostock, Polanco, and Viola due up. There'll probably be a pitch hitter here for Frank. And Bostock is batting .233 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that'll be against a righty. 14. That'll be a fly ball out to left field. Bradley calls for it in the gap, makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And Jorge Polanco comes up, batting .344 with a homer and 8 RBIs. Excuse me, and that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 54-2. That'll be fielding column 2. And that's going to be an E1. So IWAKUMA commits the error. And they got a runner on now. And we'll have a pitch hitter for Frank Viola as he goes 3 innings, gives up 7 hits on and 8 runs. And like I say, Doug Corbett will be coming in the game. The pitch, let's see who's going to come off the bench here and try to get on base. And the dozer is going to come out, try to get on. Brian Dozier grabs a bat, comes out of the dugout. And Dozier, he is 0-for-3 on the year. Here's the pitch. And he gets a hold of this. That ball is high. That ball is far. Forget about it, folks. He goes the other way. Hits this one over the garbage bags. And all of a sudden now, the Twins got some runs on the board. 2-run pitch hit homer by Dozier. And it is 8-2. 1 out now, Knobloch up. And Knobloch's 0-for-1. And that's going to be a fly ball out to pretty deep center field. Griffey has Rumo, makes the catch. And there's 2 down. That brings up Carew now. Carew is walked his first time up. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Bradley. But the 2-run pitch hit homer by Dozier gets the Twins on the board. It's 8-2. Seattle. And like I say, Doug Corbett will be coming out of the bullpen. And this is Doug's 6th appearance. He's 2-2 with a 3.38 ERA. He'll be facing the 2-3-4 hitters, Bradley, Rodriguez, and Martinez. Bradley 0-for-2 today. And that's going to be a Baltimore chomp. That should be played easily. And it is. Joe picks it up, fires down the first. And there's 1 down. And Rodriguez comes to the plate. He's 1-for-2 with an RBI single. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a rare play. A 64 and a 39. That'll be hit down the first. Carew's down there. And Carew boots this one. Nothing going the Twins' way. That's going to be nice play by Polanco. Throws over the first. Carew drops it. That's an E3. Now you got a runner again on. That was the 3rd error given up by the Twins today. Runner down at first, 1 out, and Martinez, who's 1 for 2 today, comes up to the plate. He reached on an error his last time up, and that's going to be a pop up down the short, and Jorge makes the catch, and now there's 2 down. And up to the plate steps Boone, and Boone's 1 for 2 today, singled and scored his last time up, and that's going to be a fly ball out the left. That'll do it. As the Mariners stand 1, we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 8-2 game. You got the 3, 4, 5 hitters up: Puckett, Joe, and Killebrew. Kirby 0 for 1, grounded into a double play. His last time up, that's a ground ball down the Boone, and there's 1 out. And Joseph comes up. Joe is 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd, and this has turned into a sloppy game, folks. That's going to be an E5, and now the Mariners have gotten 2 errors. WAKUMA and now Martinez. So that brings up Killebrew now. The runner down at first, trailing by 6. Killebrew is 0 for 1. And he's going to be 0 for 2 as WAKUMA strikes him out. That's his first strikeout of the game. That was a big one. Now there's 1 down and 2 down, and Oliva at the plate. Oliva's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. That'll be only play's going to be the first. Martina fires over there, and the runner will be thrown out, and that'll end the inning. So we go to the top of the 5th, and an 8-2 game. Griffey, Sexton, and Vale. Griffey is 1 for 1 with a 3-run homer his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Doug strikes him out for out number 1. And Richie Sexton, who hit a grand slam his first time up and also reached on an error. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field, the first time they've gotten him out. There's quickly 2 down here. And Doug Vale comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Yep, he hits Doug. Might be a little frustration here. And that'll bring WAKUMA up. And the Mariners aren't very happy. And now you got WAKUMA up. He's 0 for 2. He struck out both times up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. He'll go to short, way to second. So the hit batter doesn't cost him. We go to the bottom of the 5th and an 8-2 Seattle lead. You got Bostock, Polanco, and we'll see if there's a pitch hitter for Doug. And you can see the Twins' upcoming schedule. They got 1 more game here in Minnesota against Seattle. Then they go on the road for 3 games against Oakland. And then they go down and up, rather, to Seattle and take on the Seattle Mariners after they play the A's. And here's the pitch to Bostock, rather. And Bostock is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Griffey. And that'll be out number 1. And Jorge Polanco comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He did reach on an error and came around the score. And that's going to be a base on balls. So you got a runner down at first. That'll be it for Doug Corbett. And we'll see who comes out here and pitch hits. And Justin Morneau is going to come out here and pitch hit. The runner down at first. Can he perform some magic here? Hand out some justice. That's Justin. Where's Justin at? And he is batting 111. He is 1 for 9 with 2 RBIs on the year and no homers. And that's a deep fly ball to center field, but Griffey's on his horse, makes the catch. And there is now 2 down. We're back to the top of the order, and Knobloch, who is 0 for 2 today. And not anymore, maybe. Let's see here, against the righty. Yep, that's going to be a 18. Yep. That's going to be a nice play right back up the middle. This time Wakuma makes the play, fires over the first. And that'll be out number 3. And Polanco gets stranded down there at first. Rick Aguilera is going to come into the game. And this is Rick's 4th appearance of the year. No record, no ERA. He's got the top of the order to deal with. Suzuki, Bradley, and Rodriguez. And Suzuki is 1 for 3 with a triple. And that's going to be against the righty. It's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Oliva calls for it, makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And Bradley comes up now, and he's 0 for 3. He's flown out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a base hit by Bradley. He gets aboard here with a 1-out single. And Rodriguez is up now, trying to add to this 8-2 lead. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He struck out and also reached on an error. That's going to be against the righty. 20. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left. Bostock calls for it and makes the catch. And now there's 2 down, and it's up to Edgar Martinez to add on to this lead. Martinez is 1 for 3. He's doubled, reached on an error in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Tony, and he makes the catch. And that'll end the top of the 6th. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Got the big boys due up here for the Twins. You got Carew, Puckett, and Joe. As you can see that the Seattle Mariners have scored 50 runs on 15 homers, stolen 5 bases, been called twice. Twins have 69 runs, 18 homers, 2 stolen bases, and been called 3 times. Carew's 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's going to be another base on balls. So that's the 3rd walk given up for IWAKUMA. And now Puckett's up. And Puckett is 0 for 2. Can he keep this going here and try to get back in this game? Kirby is 0 for 2. And we drop the dice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Puckett. So Kirby's out of there. And now there's 1 out and still a runner down at first. See if Joe can come through here. He is 0 for 2. He did reach on an error though his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 4 and 9. And that'll be fielding column 2. And they'll get the runner out at second, but unable to turn the double play. So that's a 6-4 put out. Now Killebrew's up. 2 outs, a runner down at first, and Joe. Killebrew's 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be another swing and a miss on Wakuma's got his number. That's his 3rd strikeout. 2 of them's been Killebrew. We go to the top of the 7th. There's still a 6-run lead for Seattle. They got Boone due up, followed by Griffey and Sexton. And Boone's 1 for 3, singled and scored in the game. And that's going to be a base hit. He goes the other way. And that's a leadoff single in the right field. And Griffey comes up now with a runner on, nobody out. And he hit a 3-run homer in this game. He's 1 for 3. He's also walked and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first, 23 and a 3. 3. And that's going to be ground ball down the first. Carew's up with it, fires over the second. Polanco over to first. Griffey beats the throw, so that's a 3-6 put out. Now you got Griffey on with 1 out, and Richie Sexton, who hit a grand slam in this game, he's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Aguilera strikes him out for out number 2. And Dave Vale comes up, and he is 1 for 2. He has struck out, singled, and been hit by a pitch. And he gets a hold of this one against the righty, 21. And he drives that ball down the second. Nice play by Knobloch. Knocks it down, picks it up, fires over the first, and that'll do it. We go to the 7th inning stretch in an 8-2 Seattle lead. We got Oliva due up, Bostock and Polanco. Tony is 0 for 2. He is grounded out twice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Nope, that's going to be a ground ball down to Richie. He takes it himself for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. And Liam Bostock's up. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out to left and center. And he's going to ground out to Boone. That'll be 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Can Jorge Polanco get a 2-out rally started? They're running out of outs. And he does, folks. That's a homer. That's a no doubt about her over the garbage bags. And he makes it an 8-3 lead. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Rick Aguilera. Perkins will come in the game. Let's see who's going to pitch it here for Rick Aguilera. And Gary Gaetti is going to come off the bench. He's going to pitch hit. So Gary is 0 for 1 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. IWAKUMA strikes him out. That'll end the 7th inning, but the home run by Jorge Polanco makes it an 8-3 ball game. So we go to the top of the 8th. And we'll probably have a pitch hitter here for IWAKUMA. First, we'll bring in Glenn Perkins. Pitch. See who's going to come off the bench here. So IWAKUMA will go 7 innings, give up 2 hits, 3 runs. And it looks like Bentoncourt's going to come off the bench. And an 8-2 ball game. And Bentoncourt's looking for his first to the year. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Killebrew. He fires over the first. And that'll be out number 1. And Nelson will probably be the pitcher coming in here. Jeff Nelson. Now we're back to the top of the order and a Suzuki who's 1 for 4 with a triple. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Glenn. He fires over to Carew, and there's 2 down. And Bradley is up now. And Bradley's 1 for 4, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Kirby, a 1-2-3. Top of the 8th to the bottom of the 8th we go. And Jeff Nielsen comes in the game, his 7th appearance, no record, and a 1.8 ERA. He's got the top of the order to deal with here. Knobloch, Carew, and Puckett. And Knobloch is 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Martinez for out number 1. And Rod Carew comes up. Carew's 0 for 1, but he has walked twice. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit. Carew's not giving up here, folks. So that's a base hit for Rod Carew. So now you got a runner on in Kirby Puckett. And Puckett is 0 for 3. He is grounded out to second twice and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to nope, that's going to be a that's going to be a fly ball out to Suzuki and right. And there's 2 down. And Mr. Joe Meyer comes up. Meyer is batting 0 for 3. He did reach on an error, though. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Griffey. And the runner gets stranded at first. To the top of the 9th we go in a 5-run lead for Seattle. Trying to add on here. And you got Rodriguez, Martinez, and Boone, the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Alex is 1 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. You don't want that. Glenn walks the first batter here in the 9th. And Edgar Martinez comes up, 1 for 4 with a double. He scored twice in the game. Reached on an error. And he squares this one up, folks. Let's see where it ends up at. And that ball is drilled in the right field. And with nobody out, will Rodriguez try to chance it here. Sorry, that ball's driven in the left field. And Rodriguez is going to stay put. So that'll be a double with no RBI. Now you got second and third, nobody out. And, of course, they got to bring the infield in. They're already down by 5. And Boone's up. Boone is having a nice game, 2 for 4. He singled his last time up in the 7th. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Puckett's got a missile launcher out there. And that'll be have to re-roll the dice. A 3. That'll be a 46. So they're going to send Rodriguez home. Of course, Martinez is tagging up, and he'll be going to third. And it'll be a 46 or lower. He's safe. And he throws him out at the plate. Nothing can do about that. That was worth the shot. You're up 8-3. So the runner at third gets thrown out. Martinez will get down the second. Get down to third, rather. So now you got a runner on third, 2 outs, and an 8-3 game. And Griffey's up now. Can he drive in a run here and make it a 9-3 ball game with 2 outs? And he is 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. He'll fire over to first, and that should end the inning. And it does. Make sure it's not a strikeout. Yep, it's just a ground ball down the second. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth in an 8-3 ball game. And Jeff's going to try to close this one out. It's got Killebrew, Oliva, and Bostock due up. And Killebrew is 0 for 3. Struck out his last 2 times up, trying to avoid the hat trick. And he does. But that'll be a fly ball out into right field. Ichiro waits for it, makes the catch, and there's one down. And Tony Oliva comes up. The Twins need to get some base runners. Trailing by 5, 1 down. He is 0 for 3, Tony is. And he's 0 for 4. As that is going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. So Tony goes down swinging. And here is the little Bostock. Last chance here for the Twins to keep this game alive. He's 0 for 3. Can he do something here? That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. 56 and a 3. And that is going to be a single in the left. Bostock drops that ball right in front of Bradley. He can't get to it. So the Twins are still alive here. And Jorge Polanco, who homered his last time up, comes to the plate 1 for 2. Can he deliver again here? And that's going to be against the righty, a 17. And yes, he can. That's going to be a single in the right field. And let's see, does he want to chance it? His run means nothing. Run means absolutely nothing. 44. That'll be a 17. No, he's not going to chance it. So it's just going to be a single. Keep this game alive. No need getting thrown out. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Perkins. Is that going to be it for Jeff here? Might be. So Arthur Rhodes is coming out of the bullpen. We're not going to have no more of this. So Jeff can't get out of this 9th inning. He goes an inning and 2/3. Rhodes is going to come in. First, we'll see who the pitch hitter is going to be before we definitely say Rhodes is coming in. So right now we'll look at a lefty. And they don't have a lefty on the bench. They used Justin already. Larry Heisel is going to come off the bench. And they're still going to bring Rhodes in the game. So Larry's coming off the bench. They're still going to bring the lefty in anyway. So Arthur Rhodes coming out of the bullpen. Try to get this last out of the game. Up by 5. Runners on first and second. Larry Heisel comes off the bench. He's batting .118 with no homers and 2 RBIs. Arthur Rhodes comes in the game. His 7th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 1 ERA. First and second, 2 outs. And here's the pitch to Larry. And that ball is hit hard. Where is this one going to go, folks? Ball is blasted down the second. Boone dives, stops it, gets up, and no, that's just blasted, and he catches it. Nice job. It didn't hit the ground. That's a line drive. Out, and that'll end the game. Larry hits it hard right at Boone to end this game. Seattle wins it 8-3. Take a look here at the box score.